Hello, everyone, and happy Friday afternoon, or whenever you happen to be catching me, if you're catching me on the replay. I would love to know if you are joining me live or on the replay. If you want to comment in the box below, I can send you some love. So I am doing a live today to pull some cards and help you get some clarity. The title of this live is How to Gain Direction, Momentum Toward Your Higher Spiritual Purpose. And the way that you do that is through understanding the universal energies, understanding the universal laws, understanding that absolutely everything is moving in divine timing. And this can be a catchphrase that, we hear a lot about, like, well, it's just in divine timing. But do you really understand that in the way that you're willing to apply it? And that's the energy universally today. It's an Ace of Spades contract. And so what that means is if you're feeling on the lower frequency, on the lower vibrational energetic field of the Ace of Spades, you might be feeling a whole lot of doubt, a whole lot of fear, a whole lot of, I'm just not sure. I know what I really want is not what I have, but there's a block. I'm not even sure that what I want is what I want. The Ace of Spades is where the veil is very, very thin between what you know not logically, consciously, what you feel physically, and spiritually, right? However you want to think of the veil as between, I know that my body is the vehicle for my soul. But when I really lean into that and I really understand what's going on, I understand that I also have a purpose, right? I have a purpose for driving this vehicle, AKA my body, and living out my spiritual purpose. I understand that I am here on earth right now in this body, in this vehicle, to serve out my spiritual contract, my soul's contract. And so I speak a lot about how we have a physical DNA that makes up the cells that we physically see, right? The physical coded DNA. But so too do we have a spiritual DNA. We have a very specific reason. Every single person does, and every single person's spiritual DNA is different. It's unique. And so what I love about understanding and studying advanced quantum numerology is we understand where numbers, mathematics, science comes from. It's rooted in this. We understand where astrology, feng shui, everything that you can study on, like what can be considered even on the Eastern kind of modality. It's rooted in the numbers. It's rooted in frequency and vibration. And when you understand that 99.99 to infinity% of our world is unseen, and only 0.0 to infinity to the 1 is the actual seen, it's the actual tangible, well, then the possibilities are endless. But if you're living in the lower end of the frequency of really feeling like I'm in the physical world and I'm really being pulled down and down and down in this physical, then that Ace of Spades, you might have like all sorts of stuff coming up, like I woke up to a toilet overflowing or a basement flooding or a job loss. And I put that in quotes because it's not really a loss. And this is stuff that I teach specifically, strategically in all of my one-on-one coaching programs and my group programs as well, to understand this and understand how to then apply it into your real life, to understand that nothing is ever happening to you. You're not at the whim of stuff, people, circumstances. And when you understand that you have a responsibility to then do something about it. So life is not happening to you. It's being experienced through you. It's your own perception. And when you really understand that, and I can feel that you do, then you have a responsibility to take action, right? To serve out your higher purpose. So how do you take action directionally? Well, something that's coming up for me as I have been speaking to a lot of people, a lot of clients, and just humans in general, are the two what I want to say, like the pushbacks maybe of, well, I really want XYZ, and I don't even know what XYZ is, but I know that what I currently have isn't working for me, and I feel stuck, and I feel like I'm on the hamster wheel of life. And so those two things are always time and money, right? If I had the time, if I had the money. Well, what happens is when you tell your subconscious and you tell yourself your conscious tells your subconscious, I don't have the time, I don't have the money. Guess what you're going to find? You're not going to find enough time. You're not going to find enough money. Because the age old, where there's a will, there's a way, is so true. Think about it. If you really wanted to change your life, if you really wanted to change your body, if you really wanted to change the way that you feel, that you approach life, and if you really wanted to live out your spiritual purpose, what would you do? You would find the time. You would find the money, right? Whatever that might be. Maybe it's not right now, it's not hiring me, but maybe it's, well, I am going to find the time. I realize that I'm living in overwhelm and stress and this not feeling confident in who I am. So yeah, I can find 15 minutes in the day to just focus on my breath. I could find 30 minutes in the day, maybe 15 minutes at the beginning, at the end of your day to focus on your breath, and maybe add in some chanting or some meditation or whatever comes up for you, whatever works for you, right? I remember years and years and years ago when I first began my business, I actually did oracle card pullings, and that's how I built my business. I trusted it. I trusted my intuition. And you're never at the whim of the cards that you pull. What you're pulling is the what's already in your higher self. So some focus, momentum, and direction for today, knowing that it is the Ace of Spades. The veil is so thin between the physical and the metaphysical, the unseen. And so whatever that looks like for you, I always refer to that as God, source, universe. It's all the one. And I am part of that. And you are part of that. And we are all interconnected, whether we want to be or not, whether we see ourselves as separate or not, we are just connected. So the higher side of that Ace of Spades, welcoming in new information, welcoming in, being able to see through that veil and feel into it. And right now, if you just close your eyes and take a deep breath, as long as you're not driving, maybe you put your hands on your heart and you ask, what is it that I desire? What is it that would just take the ticker to one notch to the right? Because I've been having my perceptual goggles, of always going this direction. But the Ace of Spades is really asking you, when the veil is so thin, today of all days, to lean into your intuition, to get out of the physical realm, to get out of what you're currently seeing your reality to be. What you're seeing your reality to be right now, and this is science also. This isn't just, hokey pokey woo. This is actual, I'm talking about frequency. I'm talking about the structure of a cell is 99.9% spaciousness. And it's only 0.01% of matter, of physical matter. So the potentiality of the entire cell being able to change into something else is more likely than not. So are you hanging on to that 0.01% of what you actually see physically? Or are you willing to lean into the Ace of Spades energy? And are you willing to call yourself higher, to allow the veil to be very, very thin? And what more beautiful of a day than to do some card pulls, some advanced numerology card pulls. So I can see some of you here right now live with me. Hi, Manisha. Oh, I was just speaking to you on Messenger. How lovely to see you here. It is super interesting, right? So I'm going to start shuffling the cards. Sometimes it's just really loud when I do that. And as I do that, if you would like me to pull a couple of cards for you, I can do that. I am a quantum numerologist. I am an advanced quantum numerology student. And I'm just looking at the time here because I do have about 20 more minutes. And so what I'm going to do first, Manisha, I see you. You're up first. Let me know if you have a specific question, Manisha. And if not, that's okay. I can give you a general read as well. I have my friend and advanced quantum numerology student, Christine, that was here last Friday with me. And hopefully she'll hop on as well. I sent her the link to join me live. And I said, all right, I'm going in. I just sent her a message. I'm going in. Let me know when you're, or just click it when you're ready and come on in. Feel free to type something in the chat there, Manisha, if you have a specific question, and if not, totally fine. I think I just said that. Okay, so I am going to do 2 cards, and this is for the collective, meaning anyone that is here live with me or anyone on the replay, these cards are for you. Whew, okay, this is the Pluto card. This is your action card. This is what you're being asked to do. It's the Queen of Spades. So think of where the Queen sits next to the King and then the Ace. Very, very close in proximity to the Ace of Spades, which is the universal energy. So when we do these card pulls, this is the energetic pull for anyone that's going to see this on the replay. The Queen is the embodiment. The Queen gets to sit on the throne and have the experiences of, right? The Queen is in the royalty. She has survived is the word that's coming up for me. She has survived and thrived. She is the experiencer. Now the spade the spade is, again, the spiritual higher purpose, where the veil gets to be a little bit more thin and you get to dig a little bit deeper. What is my calling? What is it that I want to experience? So high intuition, this is the female embodiment, the Queen. No matter what gender you identify with, we all have king and queen and all of the energies within us, right? We're very complicated yet very simple beings. So the Queen of Spades really asking you to lean into your intuition, lean into the wisdom that you already have within you. If you can, again, get out of the physical body and just really lean into, well, if I had the time, what would I do? And then go do that. Stop putting constraints on yourself. If I had the money, what would I do? You'd figure it out and you would go do that. So the Queen is the experiencer, and the spade, it's the dark. It's really like connecting inward. What is it that I actually do want? And even if I don't know what that is right now, I'm so in overwhelm of it, I'm just going to allow myself to do the one thing that will get me to the next. And then that one thing that I do that will get me to the next will get me literally to the next. So again, this is for the collective. Queen of Spades is the Pluto. This is the results when you do it. Oh, look at that. The 2 of Hearts. I wish, I don't have it here over again. I have a little one that's been homesick from school all week. And she took a poster, like those really huge poster boards, and she drew the 2 of Hearts card on it. So this is what you get. The 2 of Hearts is partnership. It's connections with another being. And it's the hearts. It's exactly what you might think it to be. It's love, right? So when you lean into your intuition, when you allow the Queen's energy to come up, that motherly instinct, and whether you're a mother or not, you know what I mean, that instinct, that intuition, when you understand and you to follow it, what you get is the connections that you're really desiring, right? Is the connections and the love that you're really wanting to experience. This is mirror work. This is getting to, like, when you look at your children, or you look at, whatever it might be, like you look at nature and you think, how beautiful. It's mirrored back into you. It's literally a reflection back to you. So, I'm going to say, when you take that next step into your spiritual higher purpose, what you do is you come in connection with someone that's very, very loving. So that feels really good. All right. Manisha, this is for you. And if you're just hopping on, I can see a couple more people now hopping on live. I am doing card pulls for anyone that would like one. Just let me know if you'd like one. This next reading is for Manisha. Share, so cool. Had 2 Hue eagles fly around me today. Oh, Share, what does eagles mean to you? What do eagles mean to you? I love that. I had a meditation the other day where I saw 2 doves playing together and flying around. And then I was having a moment at the studio and I walked outside into the sunshine. And there was a dove inside. There's a karate studio next to me. And there was a dove inside the A. And there's just one dove. And then I recognized that those 2 doves that I was seeing was me. It was representing me and my higher self. And to see that one dove inside the letter A, it was like, brought it all together. So, okay, Manisha, this is for you. And I don't see a specific question, so we're just going to go for a general reading. The King of Hearts. All right, Manisha. You're being asked to put on your big girl, big boy, big person's panties, pants, pull them up, call yourself, like sit on the throne as the king. If the king, one of my favorite taglines, because I have the royalty code, this is my one-on-one membership that I have, the royalty code, true royalty reigns in love. And I had the King of Hearts in mind when I created this series. The king is all encompassing. The king is the experiencer, just like the queen, but it's the master. I have mastered love. I have mastered the feminine, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine energies coming together and getting to experience it. This is your action, Manisha. So what can you do? What seemingly, like, release the judgment around it. What seemingly thing can you do that would be moving you towards this king's energy, this embodiment of feeling and experiencing and giving love? And I'm going to just be a little direct, as I always am, and suggest what I was messaging you before I hopped on this live. This is a beautiful card for you. So when you do that, that was your Pluto. Here's what you get. You get to live out your karma. You get to pay your karmic repercussions. And I mean that in the softest way possible. So I think that when you really understand karma, you understand that the karma is there for you to understand what you're here to clear out. And of course, you have your own personal karma to clear out that I do in personal readings with my one-on-one clients. But again, that spade energy coming up. So some huge shifts for you. The 6 represents quite oftenly, especially if you're not feeling like you're living in your karmic path, changes. And big changes in the way that you are living out your purpose. So you get this. If you're looking for a change, if you're looking to find your purpose and to be able to experience it and to be able to go really deep, it's that King of Hearts. It's asking you to take some action today. It's red, it's bold. Do something really bold, lean into it. That feels pretty direct, Manisha. Let me know how that resonates for you. I would love to know. Okay, love. L-A-V. Oh, that's a beautiful name. I would be happy to pull one for you. I see it next here on my list. I'm saying that name right. Love. It's beautiful. You're so welcome, Manisha. In fact, if I remember right, look at that. I was just shuffling and I looked at the cards when I shuffled. Both kings. Got some king energy coming in. You've got some incredible power inside of you, Manisha. You just got to let it out. You got to like just release it. Let it come out. Let it be known, right? Okay, love. I love that name. Love. Any specific question? And these kind of work well if there's not a specific question. And I can just do a general reading, and then that way it can really resonate for you or not. Or not. It always resonates. Okay, love. This one is for you. I'm feeling one more shuffle for you. All right, love. You got, the 8 of Diamonds. Money, honey. This is your Pluto. This is your action card. So what you're being asked to do is to move some money. The 8 is the amplification. It's the extra experience of, it's the fulfillment. It's you've done the legwork. And now what can you do to even take that higher? So very, very, very much in the physical world and very much in money as well, right? So allowing the money to come in. Maybe if you, I don't know, if you checked your bank account today, I wouldn't doubt you've got like an extra deposit that you didn't expect. Yesterday I looked at my bank account and I had like extra refunds from Amazon. I don't even know what for because I got all my deliveries. But this is allowing money to come into you. So how do you allow money to come into you? You allow it to flow out of you, right? Money is not meant to be saved and to be stifled and be stacked up. And we get these like energetic kinks where we think we have to have like this certain number in our bank account. And then what happens is we actually deplete it. We actually create lack energy by thinking we have to have so much in the savings account. And it actually has nothing to do with anything other than lack and scarcity. So this feels like movement for you though. So maybe if you have something that you've been thinking about investing in, or curious about, as you move that out, more will come to you. Money is wanting to be experienced through you. So there's your action. When you do that, what you get is, oh my gosh, Hannah, more experiences with money. I'd love to know how this is resonating with you, love. So the two, again, it's the connection, it's the communication, it's coming in partnership with someone who's going to be like a business partner or someone or something. This would be like, you know, meeting a loan officer to open up your business. But when you take that 8 energy action, this is what you get. Even more partnerships coming in to create even more wealth in the world. That feels incredible for you, love. All right. Ashley, welcome. How are you? I remember you, Ashley, last week we were speaking. So Ashley would like a card. And then, of course, Angie, there will be time. I've got like 9 minutes left. Do you want to know what I'm doing after this? I'm so excited. I'll tell you the synchronicity that happened around it too. So I am going to a makeup and money masterclass. So it's for entrepreneurs like me that are seen, right, via Zoom. And I have been doing the same makeup. I do have makeup on. I've been doing the same makeup, I don't know, since high school, since 9th grade, 10th grade. So it's time to like level up, right? Level up my makeup. And if I'm being really honest, it's because a lot of times I just don't want to take the time to do my makeup. And it takes me like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes max in the morning. And I do like doing it, but I think it's going to be a really fun masterclass to learn. All right, Miss Angie, this is for you. I want to read about what law of response was. I've been doing the work, but lagging on putting my work out into the world. Yeah, love you. Like, this is really, it's like, it's wanting you, it's action, right? Both of them are action cards. So what could you do? Like, maybe it's just a small investment in something for yourself in order to receive the money, right? You've got money. It's already coming. By the time I pull that card for you, it's already coming for you. So yeah, I love that. Okay, so this is for Angie. Ooh, the 4 of Hearts. I love this. This is in my spiritual code. Look at the 4. Look at the way that the hearts are placed. I always think of the 4 as like this really stable table, right? It's the foundation. It's stability. It is the beginnings of what you've been thinking about, what you've put into action, what you've created. You now have the foundation. You now have the stability. Now, because this is your Pluto card, Angie, lean into what feels like could create even more structure for you when it comes to love, when it comes to loving your purpose. It feels like for you, even this is calling in other people around you, but calling yourself in first, right? So sometimes like when I pull these for people, it feels like, no, this is just you, build on you, the foundation of you. This feels like a couple more people. Like maybe you're going to come in camaraderie with a couple other people and like do a mastermind together. So this is your Pluto, your action card. Create a little bit more foundation, the stability in order to create, like, think of everything you want to put on top of the table. And sometimes we start decorating the table and we want to put stuff on top of it before we actually have the foundation. So this is your action. Get a really solid foundation first. And then what you got, Angie, oh, another 6 of clubs though. So this is more of the career, right? So Angie, building the foundation, it feels like this is 100% around career for your 4 of Hearts also. Build the foundation for your career in order to get your karmic card, your response, the give and take. What I put out into the world, I get back and I get to have it the way that I want it. I get to experience it. So the 6 of clubs, yeah, How does that feel? It feels like, and I know you do EFT tapping as well. So, oh yes, this really resonates with exactly what I'm sitting in this moment. Yeah. So, like that, it's that decoration. I was seeing a table with like all of these really beautiful decorations, and like I go to put like a really gorgeous vase that I'm going to put roses in, but then it just kind of falls to the ground. Like that felt through. And it's because I only had two legs of my table, right? And it's something super simple too. It's something that like, well, what am I not loving in my business? I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it out. Like no matter how much time you might have spent on creating it, let it just go. And then you can start to stack all of the stuff on top of the table that would really resonate for who you are, right? This is the six, allowing the veil to be thin so that you can lean into your intuition as well, right? But the clubs, they're also being the very mental and career focus. So yeah, I love that response. All right. Let's see. Okay, I've got one more person that I can see here. And if I missed you on the list, feel free to type in the comments. But I think I have Cher. Yeah, Cher. If you have time for one more after Ashley, that would be fabulous. General card is great. You got it, Cher. Angie, such solid advice I needed to hear. I'm getting so much clarity on my business right now. Oh, yeah. Thanks so much, Chantel. You're so welcome. Clarity can be it, right? For that Four of Hearts. Just having very clear minded focus as far as, so, okay, this keeps coming up for me. I wrote a program last year and I had begun promoting it. And I went into a meditation and I saw little things that made me think that I wasn't meant to teach the program that I had created. And what I ended up doing was I followed the intuition, right? Even though I was like, but I've created the whole thing, right? Like I've got it. And this is kind of like when we go through college. So you enter college thinking it's going to be like one, this is my pathway to career. And you get into the second, third year and you're like, God, I really don't think this is what I want to do, but I'm this far into it now. Like, how can I possibly turn around, right? And so you ignore the nudges from the universe. You keep doing it. You keep going against the grain. And what happens? You get a result you don't really want. And then you end up having to redo the whole thing anyways, right? So that's what it feels like, Angie, for you, where it would just be something like getting really clear on what's working, what's not working. What do you love? Here's my best advice for everyone. Whatever you love to do, that's your thing. If it's really hard to do, if you roll out of bed in the morning and you're like, let me grind out these 8 hours, right? Or if it feels like, well, I've got to study some more and I have to understand this, and it's not lighting me up, it's not for you. Yes, Ashley, I'll definitely come back as well. Okay, Cher, if you're still here, you can always come back on the replay. This one's for you. Oh, Angie, roll with it. Yes, she said, today's experience in my business, I absolutely love. Do that, right? Sometimes our brains, our egos are kind of like, well, it can't be that easy. It can't be that fun. It is. It gets to be. It sure is. All right, Miss Cher. Ooh, the 3 of clubs. So the 3 on the lower side can feel like overwhelm, can feel like I have got all of this information inside of me and it's bubbling up and I don't know where to put it. A lot of artists will have like this 3 of clubs energy because you're creators, you're manifestors. You have these ideas, they come up, they live inside your body, and then you paint them or you draw them or you write them. It's very, very creative. And so the 3 of clubs is asking you to allow whatever's bubbling up for you to come out in any way, shape, or form. So journal it out, sing it out, open up all of the windows and just run around. The 3 of clubs is the amplification. It's the amplifier of the mental and the career. So what is it that you're wanting to build when it has to do with your mental state, but also your mental state that you can then call into for your career, right? So the Three of Clubs, I have some information down here too, just to make sure I'm giving you all of the information. That's it. Get the information out of you. Don't let it get stuck in the body. So I call it overwhelm, but it's this stuck energy where it just feels like you're just kind of turning in circles, because you can feel like, well, I've got so much that I want to get out that I don't get anything out, right? So it's kind of like what I was saying to Manisha, is that one click, that one turn of the dial that can just like get you there. Yeah, she said so on point with the laughing emoji, right? Can you see why like artists and, you know, I consider myself not very artistic, but art is in the eye of the beholder, right? So like writing a book or whatever it might be, like, can I just write one word, and then tomorrow one sentence, and the next day one paragraph, and let yourself become unoverwhelmed by it? Yeah, I'm looking at the live now. We've got 3 people live and 3 likes on there also, right? So 3s all around. It's also, you know this, it's universal law of love. So there's your action share, right? Allow yourself to be called higher with the, oh my gosh, can't make this shit up. Okay. Are you a very structured kind of person, Cher? Here's what you get. And now we've got 4 people live, right as I pulled that card. The 4 of Clubs. So I can see my friend Queen Christine coming in here. So I'm gonna add Christine to the live.
Hi.
Hello, my friend. I've been doing readings and it's so fun.
I know, sorry, it's a little tardy here.
Okay, there is no tardy. So I'm reading the 4 of Clubs. This is the result card for Cher. And she was saying, yes, there are so many creations happening in my life. It is overwhelmed, right? And creation. So there's that fine line, that fine veil between creation and overwhelm, right? So let whatever wants to come out, like the smallest thing, like let it leak through, right? I'm thinking of like a little pin drop of energy to move through. And then what you get is the stability that you're really looking for. Is the stability in
I got it's a blessing card too. I don't know what that means.
Right? Yeah. And being able to feel very satisfied, right? So Cher, I can feel like that's what she's seeking, is like this satisfaction in knowing that what I'm creating is actually doing something in the world. Yeah, absolutely. So
cool.
All right, we've got one more person on our list, Miss Ashley. And you know what, Christine? It's so funny because, you know, every time I say it's so funny, I catch myself. It's not so funny. It's very synchronistic, right? Absolutely meant to be. So Ashley is the gal that was on with us last Friday when I pulled a card. You're so welcome.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And she kind of jumped around in the way that I see the comments. I don't know if you can see the comments, Christine. Can you?
No, I can't see the comments. Okay. No.
Yeah, she kind of jumped around. So no wonder.
Something clearing out for Ashley.
No wonder that she jumped around, so you would be here to do the reading with her.
Oh, excellent.
So do you have cards shuffled as well?
I have some, yes, in front of me.
Do you want to pull her Pluto and I'll pull a result for her?
Okay.
I remember coughing for Ashley last week also.
I said something's clearing out.
Yeah.
Does she have a question or she just wants cards?
I think she said she wants a question, or she wants a question. She wants a card. I don't see a question.
Okay. Let's see.
Sometimes I like that because then the cards will just lead you, you know? Yeah, she said just general.
Oh, 6 of diamonds.
Got a lot of 6s today. So for everyone here, because it's before you hopped on, Christine, we've pulled a lot of 6s. So everyone, karma's on the mind.
Karma.
Change. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay, there's your direction, Ashley. Sorry, Christine, go ahead and take over. Here's her Pluto card.
Something unfolding in the physical world.
Yeah.
Right? Something very physical. Maybe receiving money. That's what I feel.
Yeah. I think of the six of diamonds also as harmonization.
Yeah.
And especially when it's in the diamond, in the physical reality, right? So being able to, just like you said, receive funds in, knowing that I am also then going to put funds out. And sometimes it can be not necessarily in the, like money comes in and money goes out, but something more physical, right? So Ashley and I, we were privately chatting about EFT tapping. And actually, I was thinking about this actually on my drive home. I was at the studio earlier and I was on my drive home and I was thinking about you actually. And I was wondering if you had been doing what I was suggesting because Ashley is Jackie's client. She's in the practitioners. And so I was talking about, oh, sorry, there's my reminder to get on my makeup class. But I was talking about how you can just tap. You don't have to say anything and the energy will move because we have these points mapped out in our body, right? So a lot of people will tell me, well, I don't know what to say, or I don't want to do the wrong thing. I don't want to make it worse. You literally cannot make it worse. You know what will make it worse is not moving the energy, is not letting it flow. And so I love that for you, Ashley, is the physical, right? This karmic energy of when I just let and go top down and just breathe, right? And I love what will happen is the amygdala will calm down enough that the subconscious will be thrown forward and you'll hear silly thoughts. And you just hear it and you just keep tapping on these points and you just intuitively move, right? It's amazing when you have a guide, to take you through the series. I am an advanced EFT practitioner as well. But if you don't have that, you're already having these thoughts going on. You might as well just tap.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Sherry said, oh, hell yeah. I tap often without speaking. So good. So remind yourself when you hear that head chatter going on, oh, that's right. I've only got one hand free, right? Whatever it might be, just start tapping. You already have everything you need to heal yourself and create, right? All right. You ready for your result when you do that, Ashley? Dun, 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 dun.
Jack
of clubs. All right. This is my 22-year-old son's card. The Jack of Clubs. Mental energy asking you to initiate into something more. It feels like this comes back to full circle with what we were talking about with the tapping, right? So what you get, Ashley, when you have that Six of Diamonds energy, it might be some physical money being moved also. So in order to receive, you must release. In order to get more in, you have to let more out, right? It's just the way that the breath, right? You can't inhale and hold it, and then inhale and hold it, and then inhale and hold it. You have to release in order to receive more, in order to have that energetic flow happening all the time. And this is what you get when you allow that karmic energy to move through the physical, is the initiation into the mental, right? The mental ability to call yourself higher, to take it to the next level. The Jack of Clubs also really being, how can I communicate more with others? How can I communicate in a way that gets my point across in a very divine kind of way? Yeah.
So it's the two as well, right? So there's some kind of reflection in that as well.
Yeah. The two being the communication, right? When I communicate. And the two for me, this is just the way that I interpret the two. It's always me and me. So I was talking about how I did a meditation and I saw two doves. And then I realized those two doves were me. It was me and my higher self. So, yeah.
That's good. I like that.
So fun. Well, I know, Christine, you just barely got here, I feel like. I have like 3 minutes left before I have to hop off. And I wanted to share like a story that I kind of started telling earlier. If that's okay?
Okay, no problem.
I've been talking about synchronicities and really reminding myself that a synchronicity is just a trigger that I really like. Right?
Is that your word?
Synchronicity?
Yeah.
No. Is it my word?
Yeah, I love that word.
Oh, I want to claim it.
Claim it. That's good.
A synchronicity is a trigger. Like, we're kind of familiar with triggers, right? Where like we hear the word trigger. But it's something that you really resonate with, something you really like, right? So if like someone says, like if you see two doves, for example, to me that was a synchronicity. But if you see like two people fighting, for example, that might be a trigger. It's the exact same thing. It's your frequency, that the way that it matches it, whether you don't like it or you do like it.
Right.
So I've been really, really practicing this last week and seeing synchronicities versus triggers. And that then what happens is our perception, right, moves to the synchronicities. So I love that share. She said she just saw her two eagles. You're welcome, Ashley. So a couple of months ago, I had a photo shoot for my studio, and I took a screenshot of this lady who is fucking badass. She's like, her energy is just so spot, like it's so incredible. So I took a screenshot of her, and I sent it to my photographer, and I was like, this is just the ambiance of the energy that I want to capture in my photo shoot, right? Well, I know her because I'm in a group with her of like badasses, power players, right? Giants. And so today we got divided up into partners. We paired up with people. And our coach, the person that runs the entire series, the entire program, she paired us up, and she wouldn't let us know until today who we got paired up with. And so guess who I got paired up with?
Badass.
The badass. So
Nice.
I shared that with her in front of everyone. And then I sent her a message after, and I was like, please don't file a restraining order against me. Admitting out loud that I took that screenshot and sent it to my photographer. But these are the synchronicities, right? Like, of course, I was so loving her energy and like wanting to be in it and wanting to have like that come through, that of course I would get to be paired up with her.
What's her card? What is she?
Oh, I don't know.
Her energy. Oh, that's something to look up.
It is. And you know what? She's an astrologist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even better.
It's going to be really fun. Yeah.
That's fun.
All right. Angie said the synchronicities have been so strong in my life, including catching you live when I did. Oh, I love that. Like, alrighty. I better hop off so I can be in. It's actually her master class that she's teaching on money and makeup. So
cool.
I'm glad.
Sorry, I was late. See you next week.
You were right on time.
I was right on time.
All right, everyone. Till next week.
Ciao.
Beautiful friends. See ya.